Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Travis and welcome back to another video. Now, today we are going to be doing a slight update, kind of talking about some personal stuff, some fish room stuff, just things in general to kind of get you guys up to speed on what's going on, and also to let you know that I'm not dead. I haven't posted in about 10 days, which is definitely not normal for me, but if you've been following the channel over the last several years, usually this time of year, I end up getting just killed by the pollen. Whatever the trees are doing outside that causes my truck to be orange, it just jacks me up. And you guys knew I was getting sick a couple weeks ago. Basically, it starts in the nose, sinuses, goes to the ears, goes to the throat, and then ends up in my lungs, and I get bronchitis usually once or twice a year. During this time, got to get on an antibiotic, can't talk, and basically I'm useless for about a week or so. So that happened last week and a little bit for the week before. And yeah, so this is kind of my first day back. My throat is a little bit better, but I can talk, so I can actually create some content. So yeah, happy pollen season. It is what it is. I did post a meme about that on Instagram. It makes sense. But either way, so yeah, in this video, I kind of want to just give you guys some updates and talk about just things that are going on. So first things first, I do have my upcoming Tap Cancer Out tournament in Baltimore, Maryland this Saturday. So pretty excited about that. I've been training really hard for that. Even when I was sick, I still kept going. The training buddy still put in the work, and enough work to where he actually causes some cauliflower damage here compared to the other ear. I'm gonna go ahead and get that drained tonight, just so I can actually hear out of the ear, because it's blocking the hole, which is, that's what she said. But anyways, yeah, so that's extremely painful. Really messes with the training. I won't lie. It changed up my whole game plan for this tournament coming up, because I was originally going to go in and kind of try some. I really like playing open guard. I was going to try some new stuff, but I've decided that I'm just going to smash as quickly as possible and avoid getting hit, because I've been hit a few times in this in the ear since it's kind of blown up over the last week, and it's to the point where it's so painful that it actually I stop. Because it's that bad. So yeah, for everybody who wants cauliflower ear, okay, cool, you can go get it, but no, I'm good. So now I just got to figure out, I'm going to be really lopsided when this heals up, and I'm just going to be, so I'm going to start doing double legs or takedowns with the other side of my head so I can even the shit out. But either way, yeah, so that sucks. On top of that, speaking of the cancer, the Tap Cancer Out tournament, I will put a link to that in the description if you want to support me. I am doing a fundraiser to raise money for cancer research, and that's kind of really where all this comes from. So, speaking of that as well, regardless of what happens on Saturday, I will put a video up of however many matches I have. Currently, there are 3 other dudes in my bracket, and I do fight the heavyweight class. I am going to go in at about 205. The cutoff is 207, so it's like 196 to 207 for this particular one. My next tournament in July, I'm going to try to cut down to like 190. We'll see. I don't know if I can, but we'll see. Because I want to experience, I don't want, because me being 5'8" at 205 pounds, everybody I fight is like freaking Godzilla above me, which works out because I have low center of gravity, but it's just, I like to fight somebody my own height for once. Whatever. So we'll see. But either way, I will put videos up. It is single elimination, so I just have to win and keep going. So either there'll be one match of me losing, or there will be multiple matches of me hopefully winning. So we'll see how it goes. Just like the previous tournament in January, I have been training as hard as I possibly can. I've been eating pretty good. It's hard. I have 4 boys, man. So when they want pizza and I have to eat not pizza, I choose to eat the pizza. It's just kind of, it is what it is. So I've been training as hard as I can. My diet's pretty decent, and I've just been going hard, and so hopefully all that work will pay off and I will come home with another gold medal like before. But if not, it's still a great experience, and I really do enjoy competing. So yeah, wish me luck. On top of that, let's see, let's go ahead and move. I got a list of things so I don't mess this up. So the next thing here is I sold my car, the red 370Z Nismo. Sold it. I got rid of it for many different reasons. Primarily, it was a useless car. Couldn't drive it half the year. Can't drive it in the rain unless I want to play Tokyo Drift with the damn thing, which is, you can't really go anywhere in the rain without traction control off, just for the sake of it. Stop stalling the car. But either way, couldn't drive it half the year. The insurance was outrageous on it. Car payment wasn't horrible because my YouTube money pretty much covered it, but it just sat around. I couldn't put the boys in it. I couldn't put anything in it. I got my duffel bag in the back. I mean, it was a useless car. On top of that, it attracts all the wrong attention. It attracts every police officer in the district. or the county, better yet. And every idiot with a Dodge Neon or a Honda Civic wants to race you at every red light. You can't do anything without somebody revving at you. It's just, and it attracts women that are just not the type of women you want in your life. Anybody, you know, gold digging, car liking, and just don't want any of that nonsense. So, yeah. So it was just a waste of money. It was a waste of time, and it served its purpose, because when everything went down a couple years ago with the boys and all that kind of stuff, I bought the car as kind of a void filler. More or less like an FU, but bought the car. It served a purpose, and no longer need it. So it's gone. Made a little bit of money on it, because the used car market is pretty good. So I made a little bit of money on it, which is nice. Helped me get out of all that debt. Started to get all that debt I accumulated getting my boys back over the last 2 years. But either way, if you're wondering what that is, I did cover that in a previous video. We can talk about it later. But yeah, car's gone. Pretty happy about it. Got a double parking spot for my truck, which is good. And yeah, so happy about that. Next thing here is yeah, 300. I'm going to do a separate video on this, because obviously there's just too much blue. You guys, it's pointless to see. Things are growing pretty well. Every single coral is encrusted. I'm thinking about adding a few more. There are some spots in there that are kind of looking for, they look empty and bare and need a little bit more coral. I am going to be working with my drop shipper. I don't know if you can see it right there, but that is actually a colony sitting on a frag rock. I'm going to be putting a couple more in there and trying to grow corals towards or on the bottom glass, just kind of mixing it up and just kind of adding a little bit more depth to the tank. The tub is doing pretty good. I went ahead and cleaned it out the other day. I got to do a water change here, get on the system. Speaking of the system, the Trident is dead. I will do a separate video on this, but it's over there sitting down. I went through all the customer service, all the kind of stuff with Trident. They want me to send it in, pay like $150, and they'll fix it and send it back, and the warranty and all that stuff. I'll do that at some point, but I kind of wanted to hold off just because I'll do a separate video on this as well. But the Trident's great and all, and it's helped me save the tank in the past, but it's definitely made me lazy, and we'll talk about that. So basically, it just made it so I wasn't testing the tank as often. I was just kind of looking at it and depending on it. And what happened was it kind of got clogged over time, and the readings were off. The Trident wasn't mixing right. It wasn't reading the parameters right. So when I went through with my Hannah checker, it was like 4 points off. So yeah. So we'll talk about that in a separate video on how the Trident had kind of made my life a little bit, made it easy, but it also complicated it and made me kind of lazy. So it is what it is, but I'll fix it at some point, just because it is a nice thing to have on the tank. It does catch pH stuff, it does catch overdosing, it does serve a purpose, so it's not like it's useless. It's just a balance for everything, right? So on top of that, let's see, 3D printers. I will do a separate video on this as well. Man, I got a lot of videos. Yeah. Having a lot of nozzle issues, even with the Micro Swiss. Over time, they're failing as well. So working on printers, I got 3 or 4 down at the moment, consistently working on them, because again, they just run 24/7. That's just how it is, right? So speaking of that, those will be fixed and back up within the next 24 hours. I usually don't keep them down that long because orders just need to be processed. And speaking of that, I was able to get filament in. It took me a while. Everything was back ordered. You guys know that the world is what it is at the moment. So it took me a while to get filament in, specific types. So some orders had to sit and wait. If you have any questions, feel free to email me. If you have an order in and you haven't heard anything, or you're not getting updates automatically from my system, which you should be, but if you're not getting status updates or you want to know, feel free to email me and I will fill you in on, maybe the filament was gone or whatever. So on top of that, we are still doing the buy 3 get 1 free on 3D printing stuff. So if you want to purchase something, just add 4 3D printed items to your cart, and one of them will automatically come off and it'll be free. So we're still doing that this month. It was pretty good last month, and I appreciate all the support, definitely do. So with that said, Axel, he's sleeping. He had a sinus infection too. Like his eyes got all nasty, they're red and they're droopy, and his nose was running. So he was sick as well. He seems to be doing better. The cat, she's fine. That's it. On top of that, I think that's it. I do have other videos I'm going to make. This is already 9 minutes in. Yeah, so again, if you guys want to support the channel, head over to FishOfHex.com. Wish me luck this weekend. I will put a link to the Tap Cancer Out if you want to donate to that and support that cancer research. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another video. Peace.